So I just dropped a video a couple minutes ago about the new DNA evidence that has been presented in YNW Melly's double murder case against him killing his two best friends and two bandmates, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. I always say their name because I don't want nobody to forget them. You know what I'm saying? This case is overwhelmingly pro Melly when you look at the fans and social media and the internet. But when I want to bring them, I always say their names and I always, bring them up because I want people to remember they the victims in this situation. It's all well and good that Melly is a great artist and we like his music, but at the same time, he's accused of a heinous crime. He will get his day in court. But I don't want to forget the victims in this situation because they got families and their families wish they were still here. You know what I'm saying? But this video, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. What ain't nobody talking about. The elephant in the room. Of course, we all know that Melly going to court early March 2022, which is in a couple weeks. The state just gave DNA evidence on the case. And so if I had to guess, I think this case gonna get postponed because they just gave up the DNA evidence, which means Melly lawyers, if they got any sense, gonna tell the judge, hey, we need to postpone so we can investigate and look at this evidence that the state just gave us. So they're gonna need time to do that. They're gonna have to get their own DNA experts to go and look at the evidence that the state DNA evidence specialists say. They ain't gonna just go on what the state say. The state stuff gonna be skewed to benefit their case. So Melly lawyers gonna have to get their own DNA experts to counter what the state DNA experts saying. But before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, comment to this video. Man, listen, y'all send me up, man. Send me up. Man, I be giving y'all that real, bro. I know I be giving y'all that real. Bro, I listen. No disrespect to no other bloggers. I ain't getting into stuff to beef with bloggers. I be seeing bloggers beef with each other. I be like, man, that stuff is crazy. It's childish. But I'm saying this. When I give y'all my videos, when I give y'all my opinions, y'all can't tell me my opinions don't be real. Y'all can't tell me my opinions be unbiased. And y'all can't tell me that my opinions don't almost always be right on with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets, man. I ain't wish I was from the streets. I just happen to be from the streets, so I know the streets. I wish I was never from the streets. I wish I was from Bel Air or somebody, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? People from the streets we be trying to get out the streets. We don't wish we was from there. We just happen to be from there. So when we grow up, we rep where we from because we don't forget where we came from because we most come from humble beginnings. But that's how we learn stuff, and that's how we learn about situations and cases and stuff like this and how to move in the streets, and we know what be going on. Now, the YNW Bortlen situation is what I want to talk about because YNW Bortlen is saying that basically he's corroborating Melly's story. He's saying there was a shootout, a drive-by, and that's how them fellas lost their lives, right? YNW Bortlen was charged as an accessory. You see what I'm saying? Accessory to murder. He got a bond. He got out. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, and I think he went back to jail for some other stuff. I can't remember. But what I want to talk about is he got to testify to corroborate Melly's story, right? So with the evidence that they say they got against Melly, right? With the DNA evidence, with the ballistics, with the forensics saying where the projectiles came from, they came from inside the car, with the shell casing being found inside the car, with the cell phone pinging off the towers, putting Melly in the car, with the videotape showing Melly getting in that car in the same seat where ballistics say the projectiles came from. With all of this going on, right? Then they said it was a drive-by. That's how they got killed, right? They tried to be smart on this one now. I give them credit for this one, but they didn't think it all the way through. They used the same, allegedly. They allegedly used the same gun in the drive-by. So put it this way. Okay, so let's put ourselves in that scenario, right? Okay, I'm going to put myself as Melly. Boom. allegedly, I shoot them. Boom, 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 whatever. They did. Now we thinking, well, we got to come up with a situation to try to make it where I can beat this stuff or where, cover my tracks. Oh, it's a drive-by. Okay, so let me take the same gun and shoot up the outside of the car, right? The police found, they told the police where the shootout allegedly happened. So the police went there, found shell cases, right? The shell cases that they found matched the same shell cases inside the car, right? So what I'm assuming is when the shots went off inside the car, shell cases popped out. We all know that's what happened when you shoot an automatic weapon. He couldn't find the shell. He couldn't find the shells. He didn't find all of them. He probably found somebody, he couldn't find them all. Evidently couldn't find them all because the police found one inside the car, in the back seat, under the back seat, which means, under the front seat, but, like basically, it was on the floor, put it that way. So if it was a drive-by, how did that shell casing get inside the car, right? This is all the evidence, right? Now, if you YNW Bortlen, and I'm going to say this, according to street code, according to G code, YNW Bortlen is doing what the code suggests he should do, right? So with that being said, YNW Bortlen, if Melly did this, we don't know if he did. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if he did this, YNW Bortlen is doing what the streets, what in the code says he's supposed to do and being a real G or a real N. Y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't going to say it because I won't want my video demonetized or limited. But y'all know what I'm saying. Now, he got to walk up in, and he got a charge now, accessory to murder. So he got to walk in that courtroom and basically say, yeah, this is how it happened. Yeah, Melly saying the truth. Whoop de whoop, whoop, whoop. And he already done pretty much did that. He already done been in jail, however, and basically corroborated Melly's story. If y'all remember, YNW Bortlen is the one that dropped off YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser to the hospital after the alleged incident. So, and if you pay attention, Melly did an interview or had a video out, and where Melly was saying that Bortlen did some of the realest stuff in the world for him. He got to keep him around. He saved his life. So they're going to use that as evidence too. But if you, Bortlen, is you finna walk in this courtroom and with all the evidence that you see against Melly, you finna walk in this courtroom and you finna say, yeah, what Melly's saying is true. With all that evidence, if you do that and Melly get found guilty, he get found guilty too. Not only do he get found guilty, he get found guilty of perjury too. If he gonna get found guilty of perjury anyways because he already released to the state. Well, he'll get found guilty of giving a false statement to the police. And if you get on stand and said he'll get found guilty of perjury. And once he go to court, if Melly get found guilty, first, once Bortlen go to court, he gonna be in some trouble too because the state already gonna be done found Melly guilty in this scenario. We're not saying this is what's gonna happen. We're just saying a hypothetical scenario. In this scenario, if the state already be done found Melly guilty, Bortlen would also then be like in a dire situation when it comes to court because you'll be done got on stand and lied and to the police numerous times, and you even was a participant in it because you dropped off the boys to the hospital. See what I'm saying? So his life hang in the balance. So my thing is this: do y'all think YNW Bortlen gonna stand in that pressure? You think he gonna? Cause to be real with you, I'm not saying snitch, cause I wouldn't have been in that situation. Me personally, I would have been in that situation, not me. But I'm saying, if Melly Bortlen got pressure on him, that's what I'm saying. A lot of pressure. They looking for the death. The state trying to get Melly the death penalty, right? What you think they'll give Bortlen for helping him if they find Melly guilty? He gonna get life without the possibility of parole, or he may get the death penalty too. So do y'all think Bortlen is going to stand in that pressure? Because Bortlen can save himself. Allegedly, Bortlen didn't do anything. All he did was drive the boys to the hospital and help Melly clean up the situation if Melly did do it. If in this scenario this is true. We're not saying this is true. Again, we're not saying this is true. We're just saying in this situation, this is what Bortlen would be facing. Do we think Bortlen gonna snitch? Or do we think Bortlen gonna take that ride and ride all the way out with his dog? Because Melly looking at it like, boy, Bortlen the real. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listen, let me tell y'all something about real ends, right? Just because somebody ain't tell in a previous situation, don't mean they won't tell in a current situation. I know a dude from the hood, I ain't gonna say his name. Boy, he been down by 2-3 times on loan bids. I'm talking about he did like 10, he did like 8, then he did like 5, right? Every time he tell, when he got out with all his, his street code, his respect, his clout. Everybody like, yeah, boy, that's a real one. I had some partners who went and tried to rob him. The same dude went and tried to rob him. Some of my partners went and tried to rob him. Man, my partner got 3 life sentences. That same dude that didn't tell on the 3 other occasions who did almost 17 years of his life in prison. When it came to this last situation, he wasn't going. My partners tried to rob him, but he shot one of my partners, right? The other partner got away, right? When the police came, he told the dude that he shot, my partner, who was laying on the ground shot, the robber, he told him, hey, look, this is what you do. You tell the police that other dude shot you, that the dude that you came with shot you, and you was in here with me. And that's what they did. And the reason why he did that is because he didn't want to go to jail for shooting the robber, my partner that was laying on the ground, because the dude was a felon too, and he was in the streets. So it's like, okay, if even though they came to rob me, if I tell the police the whole truth, I still go to jail for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. I told the man already like 17, 18 years, so he probably was gonna go for a good little minute. He told the police that the dude that he shot, he was with me. He ain't robbed me. He ain't try to rob me. We was sitting him, and this other dude came in and shot him, and then left, and then that's when I called y'all. That's telling. And my partner got 3 life sentences because of that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. This the streets. So what I'm saying is this: just because somebody don't tell in another situation, don't mean they ain't gonna tell in a current situation. And that go back to Bortlen. Yeah, he held it down from the giddy up, allegedly. But with this death penalty on the case, on the table, with this new evidence, and with all this evidence pointing, and with this case looking like it's looking for Melly, do y'all think YNW Bortlen gonna stand in this paint and get on that stand and say the same story that he told initially? Because I don't see him doing it. I don't know him personally, and if you do it, hey man, more power to you. You solid than a brick. I just don't see him doing it, being that he ain't do nothing. I don't see YNW Bortlen going to do a life sentence or possibly having to face the same fate as Melly, and he didn't do anything but try to help his dog. You know what I'm saying? But this is the streets for y'all. This is the street code that I used to live by. Somewhat still embedded in me, because I ain't gonna snitch on nobody. Even though now I'm ain't in the streets, I still ain't gonna snitch on nobody. I don't give a damn. I'll just, hey, whatever. Hey, I mind my business. But I'm saying this, boy, I don't see him doing it. I don't see him not doing it. Now, if he actually had something to do with it, maybe, yeah. But we all think he didn't. We all just think he was just happened to be there, allegedly. So with that being said, I don't think that he is going to just, if Melly get found guilty, I don't see Bortlen. See, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to come to Bortlen before. They're going to come to Bortlen before this trial start. They got to. Bortlen going to have to make a deal to save his life the way this case looking. So what y'all think? Get in the comment section and let me know how y'all think. Because I be thinking about this stuff, man. And I don't see nobody reporting on it. So get in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. Chill.